Functions are very important concept in JavaScript. So basically a function is a piece of code. We can reuse that code again and again. Okay, first I will explain you why function is needed, then we'll learn about what is function. Okay, so in my case I need to do one log. Okay, so my message is hi Nanda. Okay, this is my thing I need to do. Okay, okay, if I click save, you can see Nanda is printed. After that I'm going to do a number of codes. Okay, for example, randomly I'm writing something, so I'm writing a number of code. Again I need to do console.log with same name, same, I mean same value. Okay, console.log hi Nanda. Okay, after that I am going to do a number of lines again, like this. Again I need to do console.log, like that I am doing the same. Okay, hi Nanda. So similarly, we can do multiple lines of code, and I am repeating this action again and again. Okay, this is my case. So one second, I comment this code so I can show you the output. So if I click save, you can see multiple times a hi number is printed, because my case is I need to print console.log after a number of codes. Okay. So it can be up to whatever you need, you can write. Okay. Up to like this. So here I am doing the same work again and again. Correct. I'm printing the console. Yeah, this is fine. But inside that I'm giving the same value again and again. Correct. Okay. If I need to change this Nanda into Shiva means I am changing here Shiva, here also. So here also I am changing the value into Shiva. If I click save, you can see the Shiva is changed. But this is not a correct way, right? If you are using this multiple places means, for example, you are writing n number of codes and more components, you are reusing the same thing means you can't able to change every place, correct? Yeah, you can change, but it's not a correct way, right? Because it consumes more times, and then it creates more complexity. So for that, this purpose, we are using the functions. Okay, so we can reuse that code again and again. So you no need to use the same thing again and again. I mean, no need to create, no need to write the same thing again and again. Okay, so this is the main purpose of creating a function. Okay, so for creating function, you need to type function first. So inside that, you need to give the function name after that. Okay, my function name is greeting. Okay, I given my function name. After that creating function, you need to give the parenthesis. After that parenthesis, you need to add open and close curly braces. So this is called basically a function. Okay. Inside this open and close curly braces, you can add whatever the code you need to execute. Okay. So basically, if you write anything inside this open and close curly braces means it's called as a function scope. Okay. Inside that, I am going to add my case. My case is printing console.log. So inside that I am passing the value as hi Nanda again. Again I am going to do printing my name only. Okay. So now I comment this console. So I comment this. Okay. So now we created the function, simple function we created, right? But we need to call the function, then only it will be execute. Okay. For triggering this function, we need to call this function name with parenthesis. Okay. If I click save, you can see and is printed. So how the JavaScript will work is, so if it's a function means it will skip this code and directly come to the next line. So in eighth line it's no codes. After that I am calling the function greeting function. Then it will trigger this function. So code will go here. Inside that code I am added console.log Nanda. So here you can add anything you need. Okay, console.log a plus b or anything. If you do anything inside the function means those codes will be executed. Okay, you can add n number of lines inside the function. For example, here whatever you need you can add, it will be executed while calling the function. Okay. Okay, so now you can see we are calling the function, correct? So if I want to call this function again and again means, okay, I'm copying this function execution and I will paste it here. After n number of line I need to call the function. After again a number of line after, I need to call the function means I need to directly call the function. So if I click save, you can see I am calling the function three times. So three times, what are the things I added inside the function, those things are executed, you can see, correct? So this is the main purpose of the function. You can reuse the code again and again n number of times. Okay, no need to change every places. If you are change that parent function, so it will change it to all places. This is the main purpose of the function. Okay, the second thing, the function will accept the parameter. Okay, I will explain you what is mean parameter. So if I change the name, if I am giving the name, okay, before that, my case is okay. First, so in this, here calling that function, I mean in line number 13, I need to change this to, instead of Nanda, I need to change this as a Siva. In 22nd line, while calling the function, I need to change the value into Kumar. And fourth time, I need to change this to Magesh. Okay, if I need to change this Nanda into dynamic means, how can we do? Okay, so here you can see, here I need a Nanda, here Magesh I need, here Shiva is I need. Okay, output Shiva is I need means we can change this into dynamic manner. Okay, for example, I am doing string concatenation. So here I am passing a variable. Okay, so this value will change. Okay, so the function will accept parameter. Okay, if I pass, I mean name. So here you can see I am giving the name as a parameter. Inside that function I am using the parameter. Okay, so if we give this Nanda here means here Nanda will go. If I change this to Shiva means Shiva will go here. If I change to Magesh means Magesh will go here. Okay, so here I am giving the name as a parameter, correct? But while calling the function, we need to give the value. Okay. For example, my first case is Shiva. Shiva need to print. While calling this function, hi Shiva should be print here. Okay. So for that, I am giving the value as an argument. So this is called argument. This is called parameter. If you pass anything here means it will go here and it will go inside the function. What you can manipulate, what are the things you need inside the function. Okay, so my first case I need to print Shiva, hi Shiva. After that, my second case I need to print hi Nanda. My third case I need to print Raju. Okay, if I click save, you can see first time Shiva is printed, second time Nanda is printed, third time Raju is printed, correct? So here we are passing the value, then we are using that value, so you can understand it better, right? So this is the second main important purpose of the function. You can pass anything inside the function dynamically, so it will work accordingly. Similar to components. Okay, components in React, like a similar way the function also will work. So second example, we can pass n number of parameter here. Okay, for example, here I pass Nanda, right? After that I am going to pass age. Okay, so inside that function I'm doing something using this age. Okay, I here I am concatenating. Okay, age, hi Nanda, I am, okay, I am doing concatenation. I am giving one space before I am, after that I am doing age, concatenating age. After that I'm concatenating year old. Okay, here it will print hi. Hi, I am. Okay, I will print. I will add I am also. Hi. So how it will work is here. It will print hi. I am. I am Nanda. I am the years old. So this is my case. Okay. So for that, I am already using the name as a parameter. Now I am adding age as my second parameter. Okay. So here also we need to pass the second parameter. Okay. If we are not passing the second parameter means if you click save, you can see undefined is printed. Hi. So first parameter we already passed the name, but the second parameter we are not passing any value inside the, I mean while calling the function we are not passing any value, correct? So here you can see undefined is printed before, undefined is printed in my age area. Here also you can see undefined is printed. Here also you can see undefined is printed. Okay, so we need to pass the second value while calling the function. Okay, hi, I'm Siva. I am 26 year old. I am Nanda. I am 25-year old. I am Raju. I am 30-year old. Okay, if you click save, you can see my first calling of function, it's passing I am Siva. I am 26-year old. So here I am passing the 26. So it will go 26, then 26 goes here. So finally we are doing console. So console, it is printing here, correct? So it's my second case, Nanda. I am Nanda here, then I am 25-year old, so 25 is printed here. My third case is Raju. Raju is 30-year old. Okay, so now you understand function will accept some inputs, correct? So here we are giving input, so it is accepting our input, correct? So this is called parameter and argumentation. Okay, after that function will return some value. Okay, I will show you one example. Instead of doing console here, I am doing console outside of the function. Okay, for my case, console.log. I need to paste this inside that my console. Okay, if I click save, you can see I am added inside that console. I am directly adding my execution of function. Correct. So I am directly calling this function inside my console. Okay, so here only it should print my value. Okay, so inside that function I am removing that console. Okay, for that I'm creating one variable, let about me. Inside that I am copying our concatenated value, previous concatenated value. Okay, so now I am commenting here, so it will not execute, correct? So here you can see we are not logging anything inside the function, but we are logging outside of the function, correct? So if I click save, you can see what happened. So it's showing undefined, correct? Because it's executed, we are calling the function, correct, but we are not getting any value from the function, correct? So for getting value outside the function, we need to add return. If you type any return means javascript will execute one by one, correct? So it will print about me, and it will execute this code. After that it is going here, so it's empty line, then it will come to return. So after this return, the code will not go next line. Okay, I will show you an example. So in my return I need my about me, correct? So if I click save, here you can see, here we are getting the value, correct? I am Siva, I am 25-year-old is printing. This is in line number of 18 only. So in this 18 we are getting the value from the function, correct? I hope you understand this. So after that return, you are doing anything means, for example, log. Inside that function I am doing one more console.log. Okay, console.log, this is below to the return. RET. Okay. If I click save, you can see this console is not printing, and you can see this is a unreachable code, because if you write anything after the return means JavaScript will not execute. While JavaScript come to this return, it will go outside of the function. If you are giving any value means it take that value outside of the function. After that return, if you are adding any number of codes, it will not get executed. Okay, so this is the way to get the value outside of the function. I hope you understand this. So if you need to give the input to the function means you need to pass as a parameter. If you need to get the value outside of the function means you need to pass the return. Then it will return the value. Okay, I hope you understand this. If you have any feedback or suggestion means please post it in the comments below, because this is a very 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 important concept, guys. Yeah, thank you.